This is the kind of move that when you get a pop like this, let me bring it back. You don't necessarily have to be mad you're not long for it, but you have to recognize that in context of this particular session, this was the most violent move an hour into the day. So you're going to get a lot of pissed off shorts, for lack of a better word. And when you got pissed off shorts, that means you got a lot of buyers. So generally, you're going to get a shallow, if any, retracement off a rally like this, and you could read it that way. So sure enough, we get really no retracements, just chop, and then it re-rallies, boom, right in here. And interesting happened a thing in you don't have to look at all the numbers and the tools that we have, because essentially they're all the same, one or two or three tools, just different time frames. But the interesting thing that happened on this pop that called at least a temporary high was the amount of longs that kicked out. And you're going to see that right here. If you guys look at, well, you can look at it here. See all this? That's not there until we pop like that. Boom, they all come out. And that's when I had come back on and said, this is like putting a ladder on a picnic table, picking apples. Yeah, you might get the apple, but it's risky because of the reach and all the fellow longs that now that felt like they want to contribute. So we come off, and indeed it's the temporary top. We come back into some good support, which are these PWAPs that we have, right? This green dotted line, red dotted line. And we turn red on the OPP. And the opposite of the bunch of green coming out is a bunch of red coming out. And you see that flicker in here. And you see it again up there. And we're able to continue to walk sideways to higher and then blast into the previous range, which was the previous session's low was this 32 half. So as you walk through there for like the third or fourth test of it, you get people that realize or seeing that 32 half was great resistance. And because they seen it work as great resistance in the last couple hours, that's when they decide to play it to the short side. And one of the reasons why they get stuck and we rally and we end up going 4 or 5 points above there, at least in the interim. And when they finally decide to play it is when it doesn't work as resistance. And one of the reasons why it doesn't work as resistance, when too many people play it as resistance from the short side. So always remember, when you're short, you're a buyer. Too many shorts, too many buyers, the price of anything has trouble going down. And so the takeaway is this particular moment right in here where a bunch of longs came out right in here as a temporary top. Does it have to get you short? It could. Does it have to get you out of a long? Absolutely. But understanding other people's positions is always going to be the greatest edge, other than getting an economic number early. I mean, if you can get that and it's a number that's going to move us and you know the number before it prints, yeah, all bets are off. All you need is your toes and you could trade with your toes on the mouse. But other than that, it's what other people are doing.